Well, hello! Welcome back to the Red, White, and Blue Woodshop. How is everybody on this great day? Had a lot of questions from some people about what tools should I buy. Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of insight what I've gone through with tools. I kind of did a video earlier about it, but I'm going to get more in depth about it right now. One thing I'm going to tell you. If you're gonna go buy you're gonna go buy power tools, stay away from Harbor Freight. Don't do it. They're no good. Most of the stuff is garbage. I have a dilemma in my own workshop right now. I have a friend who I help and I take care of his place and I clean his place and not clean it but fix things up and that kind of stuff. He bought me a little bit of a little present, brought it over the other day. It is a 10-inch Harbor Freight miter saw. And I've had bad experiences with Harbor Freight stuff. I had a belt sander that caught fire, and I had a jigsaw that I cut two boards and quit. I had a drill press. I don't know if you're familiar with drill presses, but on top they have the speed things where you can change the belts to make them faster. Well, there's two. There's one here and one in the back. The back one broke off. Completely broke off. The pulleys broke right off. So, I've had a couple other power tools that just are garbage. But I did get something I was very impressed with. It's a hand planer, power planer that I've had for years and works great. And I've also had a biscuit joiner. That works perfect, works wonderful, and I love it. So I got lucky with those two things, but most of the stuff that I've ever bought there is garbage, except for I do have my nail guns that work perfect. I do have 5 Harbor Freight nail guns that work perfect, no problems. I have jacks. I have a floor jack that works perfect, no problems. The clamps work great, no problems. Looking around the shop that I could see. That's about it. Oh, I did have what they call a 3-wheeler, which I don't think they have it anymore. It was a bandsaw, small little bandsaw. It worked great, no problems. I do have a couple of tool cabinets. They work great, no problems. I have wrenches. Pittsburgh. I have wrenches. I have Pittsburgh sockets. They work great, no problems. Anything powered though, I would not purchase there, because there's other places you could go and have a lot better luck. You can go out to Menards and you can get their tool shop brand, which is a little bit better than Harbor Freight, but not the greatest. If you got the money, let's say if you're want to spend $100 a month on tools, or $200 or $300 a month. Maybe you put some money away. Don't see what's on sale first. I bought a lot of my stuff from the pawn shops. A lot of tools I don't have anymore, but a lot of stuff you can get at pawn shops. Don't ever buy any combo battery pack battery tools from a pawn shop or Harbor Freight, because people get rid of them because the batteries go dead and they don't want to go buy new batteries, so they just go out and buy a new set. You can go to Harbor Freight. You can go to Home Depot and get a Ryobi set, which isn't bad. The drills are great. The saws, but the drills are great. You could go to Lowe's and get the Porter cable set. Again, not top of the line, but okay, the saw's a bit better. I would recommend either one of those two for $150, and it comes with 2 batteries and a good charger. Buy those new. Don't buy that stuff used, because the batteries are probably no good. When I bought my set, then the following month I went and bought 2 more batteries, so I had 4 batteries. So now the set that I have, they don't make the batteries for it anymore, so if I want these batteries go, I gotta get a new set. Oh well, it happens, So So, but I went to the pawn shop, bought a lot of my tools. Now, make sure when you go to the pawn shop that they have like some type of return policy or something. The place that I go does. So if I bring it home and it doesn't cut straight or something like that, then I can bring it back and get something else. If you're going to buy a miter saw, make sure it's got all the accessories. Make sure it's got the extensions on either side. You need those, trust me. Don't buy something that doesn't have that. Make sure it's got the clamp downs. People don't use them. I personally like them on some material that you cut. So make sure it's got all the accessories. Make sure when you drop it that the guard opens. There's been a couple of times I've checked those out and they don't open. Why, I don't know, but they don't. So make sure everything works. If you buy corded stuff, just make sure you plug it in and it works. If you don't buy any cordless stuff, just buy new. Anything cordless, buy new. Sanders, belt sanders, they have the little wheels on the front and back. Make sure the rubber's not falling off the wheels. If it is, you're done. It's no good. The tires, I guess is what they call them. If you buy a bandsaw from a pawn shop, make sure the tires are good. That's what holds the blade on. Make sure the wheels spin true, which means they don't wobble or anything. Those are certain things you got to do. But like I said, Harbor Freight, great for clamps, for wrenches, for anything non-power. I would say non-power, I'd get tarps, you name it. I mean, they've got a lot of good stuff that's non-powered, but you get anything that's powered, which leads me to my dilemma with the 10-inch compound miter saw, sliding. He bought it for like $100. I think it was on sale for $88 or $90, something like that, and he got it. He came in the shop yesterday and was really disappointed that I didn't have it set up. Somebody said, well, just set it up somewhere in the corner and just when he comes in, they'll see it and we'll be happy. I don't have any room for that. There's no room in this place for that kind of stuff. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know, because a lot of woodworkers, you guys know that saw's garbage. So I may just set it up and use it for a while, and just use it to make straight cuts if it cuts straight, which I highly doubt. We'll see. I tried. I didn't want to disappoint him or anything. He's a really, really nice guy, so I don't know. I'll figure it out. Part of me said, "I'll just take it back, take the money, and go buy something else. Maybe you can go buy the Hitachi 10-inch compound miter saw. That's the one I'm going to get eventually." But anyway, so I'll figure that out. But just I want to let everybody know that not all Harbor Freight tools are horrible. Like I said, clamps and hand tools are pretty good. Just watch them on the hammers aren't very good, so be careful with that. But power tools, I highly don't recommend. You could do much better at the pawn shop, or just buy one a month. Put some money away, or one every 2 months. The first tool I would get would be a table saw. And don't go out and buy this $99, $105 skills thing, or that's something you really need to save your money on. If you want to start woodworking, I mean, if you say, okay, I want to do this, and I want my first tool, I'd go ahead and buy a circular saw. I would get a decent one. And then with the same time I bought the circular saw, I would buy a straight edge or an 8-foot straight edge that you can put together so you can make rip cuts that are straight. And cross cuts and all that. I would buy that first. And a drill. You could buy a corded power drill for $20, $25, which is okay. Those are two tools you're going to need right away. And then, buy a few. We go to Harbor Freight and buy 4 or 5 clamps, and you can start making stuff just with those tools alone. And buy yourself, next month, Buy a set of drill bits. Buy buy a Craig pocket jig, pocket hole jig. That'd be another first, because you can make a lot of stuff with that. You have those tools right there. You get the skill saw, or the construction guys call them skill saws, circular saw. You can get one for about $35, $40. 13 amp is fine. Just make sure the plate is decent. The plate is the bottom where the saw sits. You got to make sure that's square and true. If not, you're going to have horrible cuts. So get a straight edge. You know what? I would buy a 4-foot level and some clamps and use that. That's what I did for years. Get a drill. You can get a drill for $20, $25 at Lowe's or Menards or Home Depot. Pocket hole jig. Get that next with some screws. And you could make some pretty cool projects just with those. Then later, you know, every month you could pick up, let's say next month you want to pick up a saw. I'd pick up maybe a miter saw. Go to the pawn shop, pick up a miter saw. Just make sure it has all the pieces and make sure it swings good. Back and forth, 45 to 45. And a table saw, there's several on the market. You could go to Lowe's. They carry the Porter cable table saw. Again, it's Lowe's. It's not going to be top of the line. I don't even know if it's the newer ones are belt drive. I don't know. I know you can go to Menards and pick one up. It's a I'm not sure what they have on table saws. I know Home Depot, they carry a couple different ones. You can get their big table saw. You're gonna spend $500 either place you go. Me personally, if I was just starting out, I'd go and either get the Bosch table saw, the small one, about this, but the small one, but the fence is great on that saw, better than the DeWalt. So the Bosch is much better than the DeWalt. I've used both, building stuff, out garages and things. So I don't own one, but friends of mine do, and the Bosch is 10 times better than the DeWalt. But the DeWalt's not garbage. So one of those two saws, there you go. They're what they're considered contractor saws. You got to put them on a base. You got to make your own base. You can buy them, or you can. The Bosch comes with a base that collapses and you can pick it up. It's pretty cool. I would definitely get that, unless you want to get a dedicated table saw. SawStop makes a contractor's type saw, which is reasonably priced, like $800. So, and that way, if you get your hand caught in there, it's not going to cut your hand off. So, I hear rumors and read some things that Delta is coming out with the same type of saw that SawStop has with the electric brake or whatever it is. So I guess maybe SawStop's patent's up now. I don't know, but I hear Delta is working on that, and so is another saw. Grizzly, you can go there, and you can get a table saw there for $400 or $500 too, and have it delivered. So, and you got to put together. So there are options out there. So, for table saws, you got to build. The first thing I'd build is a workbench, and you could build that with a skill saw, straight edge, pocket hole jig, drill, some drill bits, some bolts. You could build a nice bench. That'd be the first thing I'd build, and then go from there. Well, God bless, and I hope this helps people. And I'm rambling, so I'm going to shut up. So have a great day, and I'll see you again. I hope.